Theme, God of Cosmos, God of Soul, invites us to open to the God presence that is alive, not just beyond us, but in our lives and our world. We are being asked to move beyond simply thinking about God to opening to the very real experience of God in each moment before us. This experience is grounded in the deep and abiding love that was held us at times and also given us the capacity to hold one another. We begin today with Psalm 126, which extravagantly proclaims the joy and blessings of a heart filled with the Spirit of God, the Spirit of love. You can't help but feel joy-filled as you listen to the emotion expressed in this psalm. Reading a paraphrase of Psalm 126 by Nan Merrill. When the divine Spirit enters the human heart, all yearnings are fulfilled. Then will our mouths ring forth with gratitude and our tongues with shouts of joy. Then we will sing our songs of praise to you, O God, of all our hearts. For gladness will radiate out for all to see, so great is your presence among us. Restore us to wholeness, O Healer, like newborn babes who have never strayed from you. May all who sow in tears reap with shouts of joy. May all who go forth weeping tears of repentance, bearing seeds of love, come home to you with shouts of joy, leaving sorrow behind. Our second reading is the story of Mary, who washes Jesus' feet with very expensive perfume. The story shared with the children moments ago. Too often, this story is read focusing on the waste of luxury as the expense of those in greater need. But we need to remember that this story is not intended to be remembered as a historical fact. If that were true, then this story, which appears in all four Gospels, would likely have more in common between each of the tellings. Instead, this story happens at different times in Jesus' life, in different locations, with different women offering the oil to different parts of Jesus' body, and different disciples concerned about the cost. This suggests that we need to go more deeply into the story as metaphor. What is it about Jesus that encourages so great a gift? What is it about Mary that causes her to offer this gift? What is it about Judas that causes him to rage against the gift? What is the significance of perfume? What is Jesus saying about the poor? With all of that in mind, hear now this reading from John 12, verses 1 to 8. 6 days before the Passover, Jesus came to Bethany, the home of Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. There they gave a dinner for him. Martha served. Lazarus was one of those at the table with him. Mary took a pound of costly perfume made of pure nard, anointed Jesus' feet, and wiped them with her hair. The house was filled with the fragrance of the perfume. But Judas Iscariot, one of the disciples, said, "Why was this perfume not sold for 300 denarii and the money given to the poor? This amount would be a year's wages for a laborer." He said this not because he cared for the poor, but because he was a thief. He kept the common purse and used to steal what was put into it. Jesus said, "Leave her alone. She bought it so that she might keep it for the day of my burial. You always have the poor, but you do not always have me." Hear what the Spirit is saying to the church.
Thanks be to God.